Hello everyone, my name is Aryan and we are at The Scoop with the Dil Scoop King himself, TM Dilshan. So Dilshan, we are here to discuss something that is absolutely exciting. So why don't you introduce what we will be discussing today?
I think it's a really important test series starting tomorrow, Sri Lanka, India, especially tomorrow starting gold test. Both teams need to win this test series because of India need win both games, get 24 points to might be have a chance to play test championship. Sri Lanka after losing to West Indies, they are playing very less test matches last 2 years. I heard Sri Lankan captain asked more test matches to them, but unfortunately they are playing very less test matches. This test match is really important to the both teams because especially for India after losing last test series in home to South Africa. I
South
think
Africa.
India try to come very strong this series, but both teams key players are injured, especially Jasprit Bumrah, the key player for India, but is ruled out for this series. And Sri Lanka, Pathum Nissank and Kusal Mandis. That's a huge loss for Sri Lanka, especially top order and middle order. Both teams have carrying a lot of injury this series, but a little bit advantage for Indian side because of major two players are not playing all now. Sri Lanka have a young side, young couple of players coming up. Might be they are getting some chances this series. That is, RN, we have to discuss what happened to tomorrow test match and next
Absolutely.
test match.
Great, great. So let's focus on the test match that is starting tomorrow. Tomorrow is also the Independence Day of India, so it will hold a significant value to them as well. And we are finally playing another match, another test series in Sri Lanka for the first time since 2017. So 9 years almost to the day when Virat Kohli and his team won in Sri Lanka. So now we have a new test captain. We have a completely overhauled side. Firstly, let's talk about Galle, the venue itself. Now, you are someone who's played so many matches in Sri Lanka and all over the world. So, how is Galle important as a test venue as well to Sri Lanka and to this test series?
I think it's goal test. We know everyone after second day, third day, fourth day start spinning. Sometimes we start using spinners to as opening bowler. Those days now a little bit more advantage for the more advantage for the spinners for goal test. Whoever won the toss, definitely they're going to bat first and put more than 400, 500 runs in first innings. That advantage take the goal. If you first team bat first, they pass 450, 500. That team's most time is winning the test match in goal. That's condition is really suit for the especially for the spinners. The take for these two teams, especially India have a three the good spinners. I think. Jadeja is back to the side. That's a big plus point for the Indian side because of he can bowl really well, especially goal wicket helping a lot for him, especially lot of wicket. Murali Rangan Hera took those days. Now after that, Prabhat done really well for Sri Lanka as a left-hand spinner. But say Indian have three good spinners. One in Ravindra Jadeja, Kuldeep Yadav, and newcomer
Manav.
Mavan.
Manav.
He's done really well against last Test series against Afghanistan. I think these three spinners might be a impact for the Sri Lankan side. We are very careful for these three spinners. Batting is, I think,
We have
always.
another option in the side where he's called Saransh Jain. He's an off spinner and he's been bowling really well. He's a little older. He's one of the oldest debutants if like he comes into the circuit. And he has been bowling really well and he's been batting really well also in the domestic circuit. But I think India will definitely go with that stable combination of Kuldeep Yadav, their wicket taking bowler, Jadeja, because he's been doing really well with the bat also. He's the best all rounder in Test cricket, and also with Manav with his left arm orthodox, again spinning it away from the right-handed batsman. I think that will be very important. Now coming back to Sri Lanka, now you talked about like Jasurya. How important will his role be? Because I think now he is a serious, seasoned campaigner in the squad, and how important will his role be with the bowling unit?
Yeah, we saw last few years. He's mainly take the wicket in, especially middle overs. He had to bowl at least 30 to 40 overs every single inning to get some wicket. But unfortunately, he not that done well against West Indies. And we have a new off spinner. Keshara Nuwanta. I think he's in the practice game against A team. He got 5 wicket. I think he have a potential. Might be he can get the test cap tomorrow. I think my think it's Ramesh Mendes also there. Ramesh Mendes not done well that much last few series, but he's a experienced player. He played a lot of Test cricket for Sri Lanka as a off spinner, mid order batsman. But well, my suggestion should be we should go with the new youngster. The thing is, Ramesh Mendy didn't bowl well that much again West Indies series and last couple of series, and that is my thing. It's Prabhat and Keshara should play this test match, and after 3 years time is
Will be
Ninoshan
seasoned.
Dikkal into the side after the 3 years. They have some issue he out of the side, then he come back Kusal Mendy's place. I think that is another important for Sri Lanka. But main three players, coming to Mendy's vice captain, his average is 60 at the moment in test as the highest so far in current players in the test average. Kavindu and Dhananjay and Chandimal. These three batsmen have to take some
That is
responsibility.
that
And
is what I wanted to ask, because two of the major seasoned campaigners for Sri Lanka are out because of injury. We have Kusal Mendes who's out. We have Patham Nisanka who's out. Patham had an incredible IPL in India also against India, so he must be confident. But because of his wrist injury, he has been out. So now the three seasoned campaigners. Now when you were playing for Sri Lanka, how important was it to have experienced players in the side to ground a relatively young side that Sri Lanka has?
I think definitely we need experience, especially for Test cricket. I think Chandimal is the most experienced player in the side with Dhananjay. But these three players have to take some runs. At least one player should pass 100 tomorrow game. These three players is the key for Sri Lanka. Get some runs and go for a big total in first innings. If you won the toss, bat first, get some runs in the board, put under pressure for India side. These are three players, and when you go to fast bowling, Asita Fernandez is the main fast bowler for us a long time. I think he should play. We have Lahiru Kumar, Vishnu Fernando, Dilshan Madhusanga. I think with Asita, we play another two fast bowlers, might be Lahiru and Vishnu Fernando. We have to, especially this side is very young side. There's a major two players are not playing tomorrow game. That is a big loss for Sri Lanka. A little bit advantage for Indian side first test. And especially we talk about earlier is a goal test after first two session, wicket is going to be very flat. Only first session, a little bit help for the fast bowlers. Then after that, totally flat for first 2 days. And from third day, might be start turning, but never know how the wicket is. Might be start with the spinners, start turn with the first session, but definitely more advantage after third day, fourth day, fifth day for more advantage for the spinner. Especially, I think Jadeja have a more advantage. He bowl a little quicker, and he might be get some extra bounce in goal wicket. And later on, might be reverse swing might be going to be an advantage because of we are playing close to the sea. That wind is coming from the seaside. Might be bowlers, some fast bowlers use that advantage. Can bowl reverse later on with the whole ball.
Now, coming to the fast bowlers itself, let's focus on India, because the big news is that Jasprit Bumrah is out, and who will be picking up the slack. Now we have three incredible pacers. Like, in my opinion, I think Akib Nabi should be given the chance. He is a very good talent from Jammu Kashmir. He's the player of the tournament for Jammu Kashmir and helped them win the Ranji Trophy, first Ranji Trophy ever for them. So he may get a chance. We have Mohammad Siraj and Prasidh Krishna, who are serious campaigners, and we have Gurnoor Brar, who has had a relatively good series with India in the past. So So who do you think will probably get the call up? Will it be Siraj and a debutant, or will it be Prasid and a debutant, or will it be the stock Mohammad Siraj and Prasid Krishna?
I think it's Mohammad Siraj is a experienced bowler. He played last few years. He done really well for Indian side, especially Tests and one days. I think definitely number one bowler Mohammad Siraj. Then we talk about that Ranji Trophy. Nabi is done really well in a great form. First time in Ranji Trophy for Kashmir, Jammu Kashmir. I think he should play tomorrow's game. These two. I think is the main two bowlers with the three main spinners.
Fair enough. And now, if we come to like the now staying with the Indian team, let's talk about the captain Shubman Gill himself. Now, he has been given the captaincy in 2025. He has had a good Test series in England where he scored a double century and a 150 plus score. So far, you being another captain who has done really well as a captain in all three formats, what do you think is the future of Gill in the next 2 years?
I think it's not easy, especially in subcontinent Asians. Taking captaincy is a big responsibility. If we losing one or two games, a lot of pressure from the media and social media. But as a captain, should be stay very strong. Doesn't matter how. Sometimes some series we have to. Sometimes we bad patch last series against South Africa, lost two series, but they can come back very strongly. Captain has to be very cool. Suman is one of the best players saw recently. All three format is one of the great player. He's scoring a lot of runs. Important is as a captain. Yeah, yes, we lose some series, but he's performing. That's important. As a captain, he's performing. I think he can come out with the positive way for any series and. Around him, other players, if he performing, especially captain performing, other players want to perform. I think this is a series they want to come back strongly as a captain. I think he's a wonderful captain. He captain for IPL. He had a lot of experience now. I think it's until next champions trophy, or test championship. I think Shubman should captain, give you more confidence to lead Indian side. He's getting experience, and I think he played with the Virat and Rohit as well. He get that experience as well. This team and Rahul is the main guy behind the stump. Might be is keeping wicket and batting might be not. Is Rishabh Pant is also there,
Yeah.
but he's a key experienced player. I think this both captain and vice captain both have a very good experience. These two can go a long way. Can take Indian teams a long ways, especially test series. Yeah.
Now, coming to the wicketkeeper that you mentioned, we have Rishabh Pant, who's in this side. He had been recently, his vice captaincy had been taken away from him and was given to KL Rahul in the last Afghanistan series itself. And now we have Rishabh back with the gloves in hand. We saw in the practice session also that instead of Dhruv Jurel, who was keeping for India during his absence, that we have now like Rishabh Pant with the gloves in hand, back with the gloves in hand. Now, we know Rishabh is a very aggressive player and an aggressive batsman. So, how important do you think Rishabh's role will be in a place like Galle, where we have spinning tracks, and maybe he can take on the someone like a Prabhat Jayasuriya, like later down in the innings when India may need a quick fire 30-40. So, will that help the Indian team? Is that important, that kind of aggression also?
I think definitely he's one of the low order, middle order. He's really success for India cricket as a wicket keeper. He's really success. He scored a lot of runs. Thing is, he can change that momentum very quickly. He can get quick 30, 40 runs and change the momentum from the other side. If even sometimes some bowlers are doing really well. I saw some games, he changed quickly within 20, 30 runs. That entire momentum changed to the other side. I think his role is really important, especially goal. Might be turning track. He might be it's a very good reverse sweeper, sweep, slope sweep. He use the feet. I think it's one of the we have to keep eye. Sri Lankan side have to keep eye with the Rishabh Pant as well. Lord, he can change the game. And advantage is Jadeja also there. I think Prabhat have to be a little bit might be have a disadvantage. Two left-handers batting low orders. I think low order in Indian side that is going to be a big impact for Indian side.
Yes, perfect. And now let's come to the bowlers of the Sri Lankan team also, the fast bowlers. So who do you think may be given the opportunity for the first test match as the two fast bowlers for the Sri Lankan team?
I think definitely is Asita Fernando done really well for Sri Lanka with the new ball and old ball as well. Lahira Kumar is there and he have a pace. Vishnu Fernando in the side and Dilshan Madhusank. I think is might be Vish left arm fast bowler with Asita Fernando. Definitely we might be go two fast bowlers with the three spinners.
Okay, so the 2-3 combo will work both for both teams is what we are actually looking at. So let's come to the opening partnership because that is where the biggest problem is coming for Sri Lanka. Now, even in West Indies, we saw that there was a lot of issues for the Sri Lanka team and they lost that series in West Indies, which was a big upset for them. So, who will be given the opening partnership in Sri Lanka? Who will open the batting for them?
I think that is a big question for the Sri Lankan side, being his main player Pathum Nissank is not in the side. Who are going to open with the who going to be replaced to Pathum Nissank? I think I have that question. Who is going to be open tomorrow? Definitely. The three middle order batsmen is set up: Dhananjaya and Kavindu and Chandimal. And top order, I think that is a big question for Sri Lankan side. Might be Niroshan Deepkala there. Might be he open with the one days and T20s. Might be a chance, give a chance to Deepkala. He
But
batted
a big
normally.
responsibility for him after coming back from his disciplinary issue in
Ye-
England in 2021 when he left that bubble and was banned effectively for so long. And now he's coming back after so long. So, do you think that responsibility will be a little too much for him as
Yeah,
well? Like, if
but at the moment, sometimes we have to take a chance. Even he batted middle order, he didn't get that much runs. He's getting 20-30s and getting out. But he's doing reverse sweep. But if he can bat top order, he can dominate this little bit fast bowlers, Suraj and Nabi. Put the pressure back to the Indian bowling attack, and then the middle Jananja
experienced middle
Kavindu
order can come in.
experienced mid loader can um, settle there. I think is sometimes we have to take a advantage. Sometimes we have to take the some decision. Say might be Niroshan Dikala go and quick 30-40 runs. Might be entire momentum coming to the Sri Lankan side. Then middle order can dominate middle overs.
Yeah.
I have a
How
question.
about
I don't know.
like how about like Nishan Madhusanka and Lahiru Udana? Like, can they be also be openers for Sri Lanka? Like, can they be also prospective openers in the absence of Nisanka and Mendes?
I think this is a good opportunity for these guys. If you have a opportunity to open, whoever open tomorrow, I think whoever should take the advantage from the both, and this is a good opportunity for them. They should grab this opportunity and do well first test against, especially against India. I think they can cement one place as an opener and put the pressure for the senior players as youngsters. If you doing opportunity they can grab and do better for Sri Lanka. I think that I think this is a good uh, test series for some young cricketers. They are testing how much they have a talent to go forward for Sri Lankan side.
Actually, this will happen for both the sides. We have a lot of possible debutants from India also. We have a lot of young players who need that experience to play in subcontinent, good conditions also, like a turning wicket because of the World Test Championship, and to shape up Indian Test cricket and Sri Lankan Test cricket for the next 2-3 years. So I think this series can definitely be a good platform for so many young cricketers to cement their position within the side itself. One quick question that I have from you is that the captain, the Sri Lankan Lankan captain, Dhananjay De Silva, has openly mentioned in press that we are not being given the opportunity to play as many test matches as we would have liked. So why do you think that may be the case? That why is Sri Lanka, or why is Test cricket going down in general around the world, and why is like everyone preferring to go towards T20 and ODIs rather than play more Test series?
I think it's as any player, if you ask any player which format you want to play, I think definitely most cricketers said test. They everyone want to play test cricket. That is a challenge. Then can test their talent, longer format, and how much they can absorb the pressure from test cricket. Not easy, even 5 days playing 5 days. Sometimes I used to feel 1.5 days, and next day, next within 10 minutes break, I had to go and bat. I think is, how much is mentally tough. This everything is can calculate with the Test cricket, ODI and T20. Anyone can come and mash quick 100 and win the game, but Test cricket is totally different. I think it's Dhananjay, I think he's really right. I think after 2016, might be we lost very badly test cricket. I think normally we didn't play against a good test side. We didn't play against Australia. We didn't play against England. Like a South Africa, very less compared to last 10, 15 years, last 10 to 12 years, we didn't play against this kind of top test nation. We didn't play that much cricket. We played some Bangladesh, Afghanistan, some very less in West Indies, couple of test matches. I think it's Dhananjay exactly right. He want to play as a test. He only playing test. Chandimal and Dhananjay playing only test cricket. They want to play more test cricket rather than T20 and one days. Hopefully, Sri Lanka cricket look into that. At least next couple of years, might be they played more than 8 to 10 tests. We used to play 10 to 12 or 8 to 12 test matches every year, but unfortunately now playing only 2 or 3 test matches a year. Definitely, I think Sri Lanka cricket should organize more test cricket for the future Sri Lankan test players.
So, also one more thing now, coming to the similar point itself. A two-match test series. Earlier, we used to see a lot of four-match, five-match test series. Do you think the two-match test series is good, or should we increase perhaps another match to have at least a minimum of three matches? Or should the ICC put a rule that if you want this series to be counted towards your WTC, you should play a minimum of three test matches for the matches to be counted in? Something like that.
That's a good point. I think I want to come to that point. Definitely, ICC should at least should put the rule play tests at least 3 test series every country rather than play 2 tests. And normally we used to play 3 tests, 3 1 days. That's it. No T20 those days. Now is they are playing 5 1 days, three to ODIs and 2 test matches. I think should be other way now. Definitely, ICC, if we can put the rules, might be good for the future cricket for everyone.
Okay, so now that we come to the World Test Championship and how important this series is for India, particularly because they are still in the contention. So, why do you think that this series is important, or how can it help if they get the two wins?
I think this is really important. India, especially for India, for Test Championship, India is standing in fifth position, 48.1. Their point at the moment. If we win these two Test matches, they can get 24 points. Then they can go ahead for a third or fourth position. But they have a. I think before the championship, there were 7 more games. At least they had to win 5 games. Tough against tough opponent. I think is this test, 2 tests is really important for India for if we want to qualify for
New
Test
Zealand and
Championship.
Australia. And we see that the New Zealand and Australia both are very tough to, of course, like very tough competition against a very relatively young Indian side that we have. Another
But
question
Australia
that
in
I have.
Yeah, Australia number one, but recently they are playing really badly against Bangladesh, turning track. I think they can. Australia can come back any time, but they are in top position at the moment. South Africa second, and New Zealand third. Definitely, India have to play against top and number three position. They are also fighting for qualifying championship. I think not easy for India, but this is really important. If we win these two games and get to a 24 point, then they have a little bit of confidence and go ahead with the other Australia and New Zealand series.
Right. And now let's come to the significance of India and Sri Lanka. Like throughout ages, we have seen incredible records being hit, incredible moments. So, according to you, what have been the best moments of the India Sri Lanka rivalry?
I think still we remember some record still no one can't break. We'll go through before the records. So far we played to 46 test matches. India won 22 test. Sri Lanka won 17 test draw. And when you go to the highest record, we still remember Sri Lanka and India, Sanath and Roshan Mahanama had a huge partnership. Sri Lanka got 952 runs in 6 wicket in Colombo 1997, and India has scored 707 all out SAC 2010. And everyone know highest wicket taker for the both country. Muttaya Muralidharan 105 wicket, only 22 test matches. For India, Anil Kumble is one of the great leg spinners. So here is the highest wicket taker for India. And the last series, 2022, India won 2-0. And that is all. I think Ashwin got the most wicket. And
We will
uh,
definitely miss Ashwin at goal also because he would have been a
definitely,
charm at goal.
yeah. He's one of the best spinners so for India. And after Virat and Rohit, they come to after 2007. We are playing in home test series against India. Might be a good battle. India have a little chance because of our major two players are not playing tomorrow's game.
Okay, so now the main question. Now I'm going to put you on the spot. What are your predictions for the match? Because we have seen last 2 3 years you have been making predictions that they have been coming right in the 2025 IPL, 26 IPL, other World Cups. They've been coming right. So what are your predictions for this Test match in particular? We won't go to the second Test match. First Test match. What are your predictions?
I think my prediction, India have a slight chance to win this test match because of their have a top class some batting and some miserable spinners. Sri Lanka have a little bit of disadvantage. Major two players are not playing tomorrow. We are trying with some youngsters. Whoever won the toss should bat. Try to put plus 450 runs plus. That is a main advantage. But I think I had key players for me. Jadeja, KL Rahul, and Captain Suman Gill. For Sri Lanka, Kavidu Mendis, Dinesh Chandimal, and Prabhat. This is the three players for Sri Lanka. Some get some runs full side. This is a battle. Some Suman Gill and K. Rahul, Kavind Mendis, and Dinesh Chandimal. And spin Prabhat and Jadeja and Kudil. And that's it. I think for other thing is Indian have a little bit more advantage as a fast bowling unit. They are doing really well currently compared to Sri Lankan fast bowlers.
Fair enough, fair enough. So now this is the perfect way to end today's segment, like a pre-match analysis. So everyone, thank you for joining us. We had a lovely time just discussing the India Sri Lanka series. Now we will be joining you again tomorrow and for the post-day analysis of the matches, and we will have a lot of fun with you. We will discuss a lot and we will know what is the current situation of the game on a day-to-day basis. Okay, thank you so much. And let's have an exciting game tomorrow. And let's meet after day one.
Thank you, everyone. Good luck for the both team. Enjoy tomorrow's game.